Hello, artists and musicians. This is Jonathan Milanis of Soundprise. Today, I want to talk about helping you achieve more productivity. In fact, achieve more maximum productivity, and that is to be able to, treat your room if you have a small room or you have a workspace. Um, Treat it with respect. And I'm going to give some tips on how to help set it up in a way that helps you become more creative, become more productive. The first thing is organize it. You don't want to be in a space where you don't know where things are, because creativity hates delays. Creativity likes to be fast. So with me, for example, I've got my, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but I've got my keyboard already set up. I've got my effects pedal. I've got my guitars. I've got the microphone ready set up, plugged in, ready to go. So by the time my creative mind wants to create something, it's just there. It's just a hand reach away. Um, and as you do this along the way, you get to recognize your own creative outputs and creative techniques, and it becomes easier and easier to be creative. There's this concept that Stephen King talks about in his autobiography about when you're in your room, you need to treat it like your bed. And in a sense that when you're in your bed and you're about to sleep, for the next 8 hours you'll be okay. You trust it enough that nothing's gonna happen to you, and you just sleep for 8 hours. And that's the same thing with your workspace, your studio, your room. When you go in there, you need to trust it enough to know that you'll be okay for the next 8 hours. And that's a relationship that you build with your studio and your workspace. And finally, treat it with respect, like a church or a sanctuary or like a spiritual home, which it is. That's where you create your music at the end of the day. You don't want to go into your workspace and, eat there or, mess about, get drunk, whatever. You want to treat it with respect, so whenever you go in it, there's a certain kind of humility that you have. So it's like for me, I've spent so much money in my own home studio that when I come in, it's like I'm very grateful for it, because I know a lot of people who they have to spend money and they have to travel in order to just record something when I have it all here. And it's good to be reminded of that, that this is a special place, and whenever I'm in here, we're here to work, baby. I respect music enough that I don't mess about. And so, yeah, hopefully I've given you some insights on how to treat your workspace. Hopefully eventually you build your own workspace one day. If you're living in a different situation where you just have a room and maybe it's really small, or maybe you're renting, don't worry. Eventually you'll find your own. You'll find your own place. You'll find your own routines, and you'll build your own workspace down the line. So don't be dissuaded by your current situation. This is Jonathan Milanis of Soundprise. Please do like the video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Leave your comments down below. Talk next time. Peace and love always.